Are we on? I can't tell
I
you.
think so.
I can't tell because I can't see nothing.
Me either.
That's why I said turn it around. I don't even know.
We don't know what's
I
going on.
can't even see. I'm lost in the sauce. Let's see.
I think we
You gonna have to turn it around, Mama. You can't.
nah,
We can't see it like that.
we can see it. Let me see.
I can't log in. I have to log in from a different one.
I'm gonna find you now. Cause yeah, it show you live.
Yeah, show me live, but I can't see it.
There we go right there.
Okay. So
So
I logged out of my this account on this phone. Let's see. Boom shakalaka. Okay, so let me see if I can find it now. This is a challenge. Oh, we can do this.
Yeah, we can do this. So we should just probably open up and just a buru.
Oh, I found it. Look,
okay,
I found this. Look.
Abura boy boshi shay.
Oh
Can you hear it?
no, I didn't. I didn't turn it up. Okay, so wait a minute. I can turn it up. Hold on, Bob.
Okay, so wait a minute. I turn it.
See,
Hold on, Bob.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
that's
So,
good.
yeah, so check mine too as well.
How do I check yours? Go to your page.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. We trying to get this together.
We're getting it together.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Bobble.
I'm trying to get onto the YouTube.
Okay. There you go. It says that you're live. And
Can you hear it?
I hear nothing.
Is your volume up?
How did I turn it up, Mama?
Oh well.
We can't hear yours. We want to
It's
hear
cause
you.
of the cord.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to.
Technical. We're working this out. Our engineer is on her way to help us. It didn't, there you go. So what they have now, you can't hear out your earphones, right?
So with mine, it will still it's gonna record, but it's gonna use the speaker
Ah,
instead of the
using the thingy thing.
yeah. So it's not gonna have the sound effects and things like that
Okay.
that's associated with it.
Okay.
But
You want me to pull up my sound effects over here on
no,
the wheels of steel?
I want you to
You know,
do your thing.
I
Do your thing.
I don't even have a thing. Okay, hey y'all. We're trying to get together. All right. Welcome to Me Mama Mondays with Baba Latona iwa-pele and me, Mama Sunfire, also known as Ianifa Ifa Tomilola
Asheo.
Asheo. Okay. Baba, you want to introduce yourself though? I like when you do that.
Oluwo Latona iwa-pele, Prince of Ashogbo.
Okay.
I am Egungun priest. I am Babalawo Egungun priest, Egbe priest, Obatala priest,
Yep.
Oshun priest, and I am Ologboni. So,
That's a lot.
yeah, you know. Plus, my father is the Asheda Awo of the Shogbo, so
I say.
You
I
know.
said
Awo. He the Awo maker. It's pretty much what that, you know, in layman's terms, what it is. But
We're trying to
you
get
know, I'm trying to look at my
I can do it.
my YouTube.
Your YouTube, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
You know, I think it said I want to just make sure it shows that I'm live on YouTube. So let me check that, and then we'll be ready.
Okay. We just give us a minute. Anyway, today's show, while we're trying to figure out all of the other stuff, today's show is what did we say we're gonna be about?
Bloodline don't give you birthright.
That's good. good. That's not what it was, but that's good though.
Bloodline don't give you birthright.
Absolutely. Bloodline don't give you birthright. Bloodline ain't enough. You still need discipline.
Yeah, we still need discipline.
I say. So this is gonna be a good subject today.
I probably need to change my hat.
To what?
I got my other hat.
Oh my
I got
God.
No, it's because of the.
Well, I'm glad you can fit through all them little spaces over there.
Hey,
Mama.
what you trying to say? I don't like the way you said that.
Why? He get ready to go in there, put that hat on that little beam. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Everybody always hollering about bloodline. I'm bloodline this, bloodline that.
I just got through telling you my bloodline.
I know it, but I wasn't talking about you specifically. But
Yeah.
that's why I wanted you to tell it.
I was like, okay, so you know it means something to me, so
Right.
he's gonna call me out.
I didn't call you out. I didn't do nothing. No, I'm not gonna call you out. I'm a descendant of this person, and I'm a descendant of that person.
Benny, we.
My great grandma is the hoodoo broker over there down by the riverside out of Bainville, North Carolina, whatever.
Ashe.
I'm descended from priests and priestesses. I'm descended from a whole long line of preachers and this, that, and the other. Nobody care. I mean, it's important, but anyway, I won't say all that. It's cute. Turn that down, Papa.
Sorry, this is my YouTube.
Oh, I see YouTube. I mean, it's cute, but there is some truth to it, and that's a wonderful thing to be connected. And your lineage means a lot. It does.
Ashe.
But and your inheritance.
Benny, it's spiritual.
It's spiritual, right?
We're already on it.
Absolutely.
Because we Olo Boni.
Yes, we are.
So that's a very interesting story.
Go ahead, tell it. You
So,
gonna tell it? Or
I'm gonna tell it.
You gonna tell it now? Okay, go ahead.
So like this is the point for me why Ifa initiation. And so like we supposed to do certain things in life, right?
Yep.
And so like you
I'm
can't
scooping
tell.
the chair over
Yes,
close
ma'am.
to you. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
What? There we go. I wasn't in the picture.
So so we're supposed to do these things in life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some of these, it's always quid pro quo. Even with the universe, there's something for something. Like
Right.
we get something and we giving something.
Absolutely.
So I would have rather been rich already.
Hey.
In money. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, I'd rather been rich.
Amen.
So but I'm not yet.
I can see your little fingers on the thing.
I'm on my way, but rich in character, rich in spirit, right? Rich in Ashe. So my richness is what brings blessing to other people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but as part of my birthright is Olo Boni.
Yes.
And so,
Olo Boni?
Olo Boni, right? The one who is Boni.
Okay.
So in a past life, I was persecuted for being a witch.
Really?
Yes.
How'd you know that?
Through readings.
Uh-huh.
But like you can tell because some of the things that I go through in life is because of that anyway.
Absolutely.
Right. So.
Ooh,
it's
don't you
really,
look pretty?
It's really to being able to help people. So I'm gonna just say this is a disclaimer. Don't come over here messing with me if you don't want to follow the rules. Right. It's your destiny. So you offer it both for the blessing and for the challenge. So
you are a stickler for the rules.
right, I'm still. So if it's taboo for you to eat chicken, it's taboo for you to eat chicken. If it's taboo for you to steal, it's taboo for you to steal. Those things we shouldn't have to tell people.
Right.
But if I will tell people,
right,
don't be two-faced. Don't cheat on your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave your husband's house. These different. Yeah, that's personal with me. I'm trying to tell you, but people will point the finger. Please be careful. Don't point the finger at me because you didn't follow the advice.
Ashe.
You pay for the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
You came for the IFA competition. Anyway,
Moving right
that's
along.
my 3 minutes of venting.
Yes.
But the point is that we be persecuted or have been persecuted in past lives for the things that we do.
Uh-huh.
So we can see it in this life as well, but we connect with certain people, we connect with the right people and things like that.
Ashe.
We get to fulfill the aspect of our bloodline.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have ancestral things we must handle, and we have personal things we must handle. We have communal things that we must handle. And so, for me, this is Danny. So missions, right? So we can see it, right? With Ifa initiation, Itefa or Itelodu or Igbodu, or when you're giving your life, you're giving your life lessons with Ifa, and you're giving your life mission. So when you initiate into these other energies, Egungun, Egbe, Obatala, Oshun, etc., then you will receive your life mission for that aspect of yourself as well. So it's very important, right? We're talking about bloodline, we're talking about lineage.
Yeah.
Right? So it is some people, like I have them, the Ifa will say, oh, your family comes from this place. Your family comes from, say about yours, you're my family. So, anybody, even Shogbo, even Ryan, it's, you can call it what you want to, but Awa Ifagunwa, his people, he has ancestors from a Shogbo. The Ifa is not going to lie.
Right.
So, it'll tell us where we from, it'll tell us what particular Orisha stood out in our lineage, it'll tell us these things, right? So, this is the importance of the bloodline and those type of things, right? But it can be misused.
Right.
It can be misused.
So you're saying to me that many people believe that they're spiritual or they have family connection. I hear that.
Okay. Yeah. Because we laughing at them.
Right. For real.
That's what it is.
So you're saying that even though you have family connection, though, it doesn't necessarily make you powerful, because you were saying that earlier, and so that
very good point.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what you're saying.
Banning.
A banning.
Because we have the bloodline and lineage doesn't give us the right.
Right. Especially if you're out of order.
Right. So anything that I've done, I've had to do on my own, and that's a part of the covenant. Right. That my family would extend through me here.
Yeah, I sure.
And so, you can't stand in the way of that. And there's different people like you, and Ifa Yemi, and even Ali Tutu, Ifa Shegun, Ifa Domiloju, Madupuela. Everybody played a part in it.
Absolutely.
Right? So even the Onwawo that came and left, the Awo that came and left, whatever whatever the reasons was, is there was a part of it. So, because of lineage and bloodline, right, this is the thing that is binding.
Yeah.
So, it affords a certain level of protection, but also a certain level of consequence as well.
Absolutely. So sometimes you're held more accountable.
Right, and so, if the energies, let's just say, right, we Oshun lineage. Right? We Oshun lineage. So, this year I'll be at the Oshun Festival.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, like, Oshun reveals herself to only the people that's there.
Yes. Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of anybody saying what goes on at the Oshun Festival?
What stays at the Oshun Festival? What happens at
Oshun Festival
Yeah,
stays at
whatever.
Oshun.
Yeah.
Right. So, because of that, it is Oshun in essence revealing herself to the people that are there.
Right.
Only.
Right.
You're talking about once a year. Let's just say it's 10,000 people there across the world who make it to down there. What about even making it up close and personal? So, the Aruba is my cousin.
Yes.
So New Aruba. So when we're talking about bloodline and we're talking about those things, this is where it's important, but it's also a higher standard that we held to.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
because when you're chosen, it's like being chosen. If being part of a family lineage is one thing, but being part of a family lineage and being chosen is another thing.
Then shout out Ashera of Ashobo, shout out Oluwo, Latona Adebayo, shout out to all my brothers and sisters in Ashobo and in the US. All the Awo, Omawo, Enifa,
I share. Well, again, family is important. and a family name is important as well.
Benny.
Benny.
But I had to learn how to do above.
Yeah, and that was a discipline. Yeah,
I had to learn how to do Ebo, Ebo Ruru, Akun Ebo. I had to learn how to do Dafa. I had to learn how to do these different things, do different medicines, and I had to learn how to interpret the Odu. I had to learn how to make the write-ups for our Itai Dogun, and I had to learn how to give the messages to the clients.
Did your handwriting get better?
What? It did not. It did not.
Cool.
It did
You should have been a doctor.
I am.
Well, you are.
I say.
That's what a handwriting.
Yeah.
You be writing it be like this.
Yeah. It depends.
Baba writing with them feet.
He right.
The mighty
toe.
The mighty toe.
The mighty toe.
I'm
sorry.
I ain't slapping people today.
No, you're not gonna slap him.
No,
Don't
clapping
slap
and laughing. Yeah. Like I'm an elder. I have to behave as one.
Oh, you can have fun as an elder.
I'm having it right now. Can't you tell?
Yeah, nope.
I'm laughing.
Right. You laugh. Down in my soul. That ain't funny.
No, not at all.
It's a little scary.
So I have I know that a lot of people come from, as it pertains to
You look at me like,
what?
What you doing, Baba?
You're right. You get it together. Get it together.
You good?
I'm still married.
What'd he say?
I said I'm still married.
Yeah,
Never
amen.
mind. That's not what. Never mind.
We're gonna let it go.
Oh.
We're gonna let it go.
Yeah, well, move right along. I don't know.
What
is he talking about?
I don't know either.
Down by the riverside.
Okay. Turn my cup around. I need to distract myself with something.
My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
It's Mrs. Bennett. E&E for Bennett.
E&E for Bennett to you. But I will say now, when we talk about hoodoo or any other spiritual practice or system, it depends on the region in which you live, the family that you're a part of, and the family may do something a little different than somebody else, that and that. But there are families that are known for certain things. That's a good, thank you. There are families that are known for certain things. And so with that being said, that there are oftentimes people who are called, or I should say you're part of a family, but you're not necessarily called to carry the gift.
What Odu is that?
I don't know.
The one who calls one, it is a privilege for one to call one. The one who is called has no such privilege.
Oh, that's the Bible verse.
Good. Baby.
Say it again.
It is the one who calls one. It is a privilege for one to call one. Or it is a privilege for one to call someone. The one who was called has no such privilege.
You don't get no choice.
Yeah, so you called.
Right.
You don't have no choice.
I'm learning that. I'm learning that. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's like Grandma used to say, some are called, some are sent, and some just went.
Benny.
Right. So some are the call.
Yeah.
The call.
I just went and then I was called. What they doing over there?
What they doing over here, right? I'm gonna have some of that.
Yeah, I'm saying I was doing Lukumi and all that kind of stuff before bucking. Yeah, that's being hard-headed. Yeah, get my butt whooped.
Yep, that's what happens. Yeah. And you learn.
Yeah, then you learn. I'm like, oh man, and I ain't taking nothing off Lukumi, but it ain't. It's just not. It was never for me.
At that time, it was for you at the time, but not for you overall.
Well, it was. I needed something.
Yeah.
Right, and I was bucking, like I say.
It was your gateway.
Yeah, I was disgruntled.
Okay, I say.
I was disgruntled. Grew up without a daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was disgruntled, but then I had my mama the whole first half of my life.
Ashe.
And now my mama is late. She deceased.
Ashe.
Guess who I got now?
Who? Pop. I think it's like, right, yeah. It just changed places, right?
Like,
yeah.
But we have to look at our life that way. Right, and we can be disgruntled going through it, right? While we feel
you
like
better
we have absence.
Preach, Baba.
We can be disgruntled, but it's all a plan. It's destiny. Ashe.
Benny. Don't sing.
No,
Just preach.
No, sir.
He just talked about me
sing.
singing. He told me don't sing.
How you
I'm
gonna
a
tell
singer.
anybody not to? You what now?
Yeah, do y'all want to hear me sing?
No.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, the people clapping.
That's you clapping. I see your finger on that button.
Ebony
Mm-mm.
and ivory.
Who would be Ivory?
I said ivory.
I did hear you say that. I just thought maybe you slipped.
Okay, I did.
Okay.
I shouldn't be singing.
Yeah,
It's not my taboo though.
Should be.
Oh, you said should be. So she'll use two things against me, right?
Uh-huh.
One, the Iame is the one who said taboo.
Okay. Oh,
So she a woman.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Make a joyful noise. That's what
Make a
that's what
joyful
the
noise.
Bible says. Make a joyful noise.
Why are you
All
feeding
ye
it?
land.
No, ma'am.
No. Serve the Lord
So-
with glad.
That is not joyful.
So it is joyful.
That was that. Okay, now wait a minute. We got to get back on point.
Somebody said you pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate
I
it.
hope they was.
It might be
Yeah,
talking about you.
Because I can't read because it might be petty.
Oh.
They might be saying, Bob, you so petty. No,
It would
let's
be.
say it pretty.
You a trip. Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm waiting on you.
what you waiting on?
I'm waiting on you.
I don't
Okay.
know, I'm lost.
Okay, let me find you. Hello.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Hi there.
Sit.
You look familiar.
Salvation
Where
is
am I
near.
at?
Right here.
Oh.
You're in the safety of the tabernacle.
Mhm.
Oh, glory.
Mhm.
They say
Ashe.
they say that there is safety in
In
the
the
house.
house.
Ah, glory. Somebody need to know.
Well,
Say
because of y'all two, I don't feel so safe.
Why you don't feel You scared? Let me put my glasses.
I'm just saying.
Oh, don't do me like this.
I'm
Okay.
saying.
Well, so let me get my glasses on so I can read what I'm
You
saying.
can
Mouth
hear,
full of
I can so I can hear what I'm talking
you
about.
can hear my thoughts.
Yes, I
Put your
can.
glasses on.
Ooh.
You see that right there?
I just said that to myself.
You did.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I said, you see that right there? I said it to myself.
So, anyway, so without discipline, as a lack of discipline, we can often be misaligned.
Oh my goodness.
I should.
Hello, somebody. Did I just hit a nerve?
Mm.
It's the lack of discipline because just because you're called, and just because you have a position, right, or you have been inherited a place, but even in that there's still some trying, right, and even in that there's still
This
some
means something to
working.
me.
Hello, somebody.
This means something to
It
me.
doesn't mean something to
Yes,
you.
I'm
So
tearing
because
up.
you have to, just because
I'm-
you're anointed for that position, just because you're called to that position, does not mean you're anointed for that
So
position.
she trying to tell me that about my engineering.
Is that what she
Yeah,
tell you?
she's telling
Engineering?
me, yeah, my engineering.
You're engineering.
'Cause
You're
I'm
not
hitting the
anointed.
button. Yeah, I'm not
You're
anointed. I'm, she said
But-
you wasn't called
You was not called.
or chosen.
No.
You just went.
You just
Yeah.
went. You did. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. So sometimes when you're out of order
Mhm.
and out of alignment, even though you are part of a lineage or you're called, you have been, well, let me just say, the call has gone out. It has been broadcasted,
Mhm.
right? And there are many people, there's a story in the Bible where it talked about Jesus calling his disciples. And so he was standing on the shoreline and he said, hey, y'all come, right? And so many people heard it. Sons of Zebedee, I do believe, and a couple other people heard him, but not everybody heeded the call and followed him, right? And so there are those people who are called to a place, but they never accept their position or never follow the call, and they're doing whatever they're doing out of sync. And then there are those who have accepted the call and is walking in it, but walking in it out of order, out of discipline, because they're not doing it undisciplined,
Okay.
right? Out of protocol,
Mhm.
things. And so let me just say this. I'm just going, can I just, oh yeah.
Yeah, because I got a question for you. Too.
Okay, let me just say this. When I was in church, okay,
Mhm.
there are rules that we're supposed to follow,
Benny.
right? In every organization, there are rules,
Benny.
right? There are protocols,
Benny.
do's and don'ts.
Benny.
All right then. And so when you join an organization and pay your dues, you are submitting yourself to the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's fraud. It's fraud.
It's fraud.
Yeah.
Why? Because
you want the blessing, but
you
you
don't want to do the work.
Right. But you don't. Right. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Right.
And you telling God, you telling your order, you telling those around you that you're gonna follow the rules. And not only that you're gonna follow the rules, that you're gonna excel and set the example, set the bar.
Absolutely.
But then when you don't,
then you're in disobedience. So I mean, it was just me. I figured if you're gonna join an organization and you don't like the way things are done, then I mean, you know, I was a cut and runner. You know, that was me. But
don't chase.
Yeah, I used
to chase.
Don't chase. It'll come to you.
I'm an attraction.
Absolutely. But I think the thing is here is that we forget that there are, you know, you're part of something, and then in being a part of it, you either are aware of the rules and accept the rules, or you don't. But when you don't, it creates an issue. So I don't know. A lot of people like to join organizations and then rewrite the rules.
They can't do that.
You know.
So that's a tour gasa.
Oh, that's a rule. That's a
ifa. Yeah, a tour on the right and Osa on the left. It's the story about Awodi Osa. So he was a hawk. So he got initiated. He got initiated with Aluko, which is a bird. He got initiated with Odidere, which is another bird. He got initiated with the rooster Akuko. So they got initiated together, but Awodi Osa was, in order to finish his initiation, he hadn't had the Ifa. He was told to go work to finish making the money, so he went to go work. And so, because he was picked to go work, right, for Olokun, this symbolizes that he was doing it for money.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got it.
So he went to go work for Olokun, and for whatever the blessing was, whether it was money or whatever popularity, whatever it was, this was the reason why he went to work, or this was his own personal reason. And so what happens is he ended up using his Ofwashe, he used his mouth against his brothers and his elders. So what happened is Ifa ended up swallowing him up at the end. So what happens is that it was about power and position and these types of things, right? And he forgot his respect. So in essence, he wanted to rewrite the rules because these are taboo in general in Ifa. It's taboo in general with anybody, right? Respect your elders. Yeah. So it could be people in constituted authority. It could be someone that's a year older than you. It could be the old woman that you see on the street or the old man. You know, we must respect our elders, and so we don't know even the child, right? We have to respect because the child could be a older.
I'll say. Okay.
So these are some of the protocols and things like that with Ifa. You know, not fighting and not arguing, not lying. You know, these things, like I said, that we should automatically assume, but Ifa still has to tell people these observances.
I do try not to fight and all this kind of stuff.
Right, so, you know, physically, spiritually, right, you know, you should be doing those things. We should be in a state of blessing.
Ashe.
Blessing each other because that's what will return to us.
Absolutely.
And those type of things. So, the Torah Gasa speaks about that. There was something else I wanted to ask you. What are the ramifications, the consequences for this? And so, that's one, huh?
Could be sickness.
What else?
Death.
What else?
Loss.
What else?
Contention.
All Ajogun EB. Right? And y'all said them in order.
I did.
Yeah.
We learn over here. We learn in this email.
So what happens is, right? You know, when you wish those things, people can summon. We can summon whatever we like.
Absolutely.
That's the thing we have to understand, right? The Christian summons.
I'm gonna need to summon some money.
It's coming.
Ashe.
It's coming.
Okay.
Bokbo ire.
Yeah.
Bokbo ire.
It's in Gastonia right now.
I needed the whole roll.
So sound goes Obuato. So you know what we do is we try to move away from those Ajo Gunibi, those negative forces, even though we need them, they're necessary. Right, so we need death because it brings transformation.
Absolutely.
Right, we talked about it a couple weeks ago about when we offer the animal, what really is the messenger? It's Iku that's the messenger.
Iku.
Death is really the messenger for the Bible hour.
Absolutely.
So we can see it in Awo Ifatayo, shout out Awo Ifatayo, Ologboni, Arogeti.
Ashe.
You know what I mean? But he asked me he brought up the verse actually. He read it to me this morning, and he was just like, a woman was working for death and sickness, and I said, well, yes, because we feed those energies.
Absolutely.
Right, we appease those energies, right, in order to alleviate the suffering of the person. So think about that, right? So how could one be a liar and appease death? You can't. How can one be a liar and appease Irun? You can't. How can one be a liar or and appease offal, loss, or contention, or incarceration, or witchcraft? You can't be a liar and be in those and do those effectively for other people, even for yourself, because of the show.
Absolutely.
We talked about it too with a Turpon Tete. It's a whole nother thing. But you have to do the work. So you may be given a particular, because it's bloodline, you may be given a particular focus or direction that you need to go in. I'm Oshun, I need the Oshun lineage, I need to deal with Oshun. I'm Ogun lineage, yeah, I need to deal with Ogun at some point. Shango, whatever, right? But first you must be a Babala or a Nifa.
Okay.
So that's a prerequisite too. And so like you must have Itefa before you initiate into any of those other energies, because the life reading for those energies will not be available to you.
Right.
So you have to do Ifa first before you do those other.
Before you initiate.
Right. Before you can become Baba Larisha or Iya Larisha. Right. That's the full initiation. Or Iya Larisha for those handed Ifa or Omo, Omo Batala, Omo Oshun. Omoloje, Ebe first primary, right? You have to have, that's what that Isefa level, where you're not really a priest for other people, but you're learning how to deal with energy and communicate with energy. Bloodline gives you a particular ashe, panache.
Yep, it does.
You know what I mean? It's like
it gets you in a lot of places.
Well, it's like it's really the ketchup to your French fries.
Ah. What about barbecue sauce?
But even with your fish, right? You got the hot sauce and the tartar sauce.
Yeah. Oh, don't be doing me with my hot sauce and tartar sauce.
But I'm just saying,
right.
It's only those things are added only to make the dish better.
Yes.
So the lineage and things like that, yes, it's good, but if you don't do the work, if you don't cut the French fries and prepare them, right, then you're just gonna be eating ketchup.
Yes. Or boiled potato.
Well, no, it's gonna be raw. Cause you can cook it.
Oh, okay. I'm catching up.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It's gonna,
you see how I'm catching up.
That's gonna give you the one.
It's gonna give me.
Runs.
Hey, right on across the table.
Right on the
right
that
up Don't do me.
They're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Don't really eat no more of that food.
Yeah, it's the ketchup. Like we make soup. If you add water.
I don't want nothing.
That's tomato soup.
Ketchup and water?
Yeah, it's tomato
That's
soup.
nasty. That's not tomato soup.
That's college living.
That's tomato soup.
That's tomato soup. Yeah, not my
All you
tomato
need
soup.
is 2 pieces of bread and some cheese.
That's nasty.
You got it. Ain't grilled cheese. It's just cheese.
It's grilled if you put it under the bun.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Ketchup on the bun?
No. Cheese on the bun.
Cheese on the bun.
Ketchup in the bowl with the water.
That's nasty.
That's tomato soup.
That's water and tomato. Ketchup.
Okay, right. So what is ketchup made out of?
Ketchup is made out of sugar
And what else?
and tomato paste.
Right. So if you add water, what do you have?
Runny spaghetti sauce.
It's tomato soup. You gotta add a little pepper.
No. All I need is some water and some tomatoes.
Certain places you can't get tomatoes. You
Yeah,
So you gotta use ketchup.
you can ketchup packets.
Okay, yeah, I want none of that. I just eat just meat sandwich. That's all I. That's okay.
Some
I want
places
cheese sandwiches with nothing else on it. I don't want no ketchup on it. Ketchup water.
Ketchup water.
I mean,
So bloodline will only it helps you to increase your ashe because you may not like you have ashe. Everybody have ashe. Your baby have ashe.
Yeah.
So depending on what spirits, what energies, what orisha, what egon you're dealing with, right? Your lineage has a particular way of dealing with those. So if you don't learn from your lineage, guess what?
What?
You spinning in the wind.
That's not what my mama say.
I'm just saying. Well, yeah, I didn't say spinning.
Yeah, did she just say
Yeah,
spinach?
she said pissing.
Yes.
Yeah. So because what happens is the people who initiated you place a particular energy on you.
Yeah.
It's very particular. It wasn't the neighbor's energy, it was their energy. So what is the way that they've nurtured and cultivated these spirits over the years? What kind of relationship do they have with these energies?
You have to build,
Right. So what you're doing is, in essence, because you have to mention your Luo, I have to mention my Luo, you mention yours, if I kind of
that would be you,
Benny. So what happens is I'm the key.
Ashe. You.
I'm the key for the Ashe. So it is whatever you can utilize any Ashe that I have to a degree, right? Because you're my child. The same thing to protect the parent, protect the child.
Absolutely.
So the same thing that blesses the parent, blesses the child.
Absolutely.
So those things, and so being mindful of that, and this is the reason why lineage is important. So even if you get initiated somewhere, it's not saying your elbows or your offerings won't be accepted. It just may be different. The outcome may be different.
Yeah.
Right. Because this energy is used to receiving certain things from your lineage.
Yes.
Right, and it's like, you know better.
That's why you get your hand popped.
Yeah.
I get my hand popped fast. I don't get no leeway. I don't get the whole lot of concessions and coddling and stuff. I get popped immediately. Yeah, because I know better. That's what they usually tell me.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Hard head make it soft.
Soft behind.
Yeah. So they'll sit you down. They'll make you sick. They'll make you angry, and they'll keep you there. Like in our Ita Dogun, they talk about where Shango said, Obara. They talk about where Shango said, "Oh, I can beat everybody out here."
That's what he
and
said.
Eshu said, "What do you mean? You talking about even me?" Shango was like, "Yeah, even you." So what did Eshu do? He had Shango ass missing for seven days. So when Shango returned, the people were singing, "Oh, his spirit has matured. Now we can share in it. His spirit has matured. Now we can share in it." Right. So during that trial, whether it was 7 days, 7 years, 7 months, whatever the time period was. The 7 symbolizes Ogun and patience in the process, right? But instead of Eshu dealing with Shango in a crazy way, he just spin him. Get your mind right. Come back.
Come back and check me.
Yeah, come
check
back
me
and
later.
check out. Yeah, in 7 days.
7 days.
Knowing Shango don't like 7.
Why you don't like shows?
Because him and Ogun be fighting because of Oya.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like a beef.
Well, so what you're saying is that discipline is what builds, even if you're bloodline lineage, discipline. So discipline builds spiritual authority. Would you say that?
Benny.
Having discipline brings clarity of purpose, being able to see things, understand, discernment.
Benny.
Right, so that empowers you.
Power.
It brings power and protection.
Let's just call it for what it is. It brings power, and we're not talking about the TV show.
Can I explain in the terms that I know what power is? Let me explain it.
Lay it on, Baba.
Okay, Baba. Okay, so as I understand, as I was taught back in the back then, that ain't funny.
You said that on Baba. You said Baba. I thought it was funny.
That was cute, wasn't it?
I thought it was.
So I understand. I'm going to use what I was taught in church to understand this, okay? So I understand power to have 2 aspects.
Okay.
Power to have full power, you have to have authority. That means you have to be sanctioned by a thing.
Okay.
Right? And so you're functioning under the auspices of this thing, under whatever is over you.
Idanima.
Idanima. Recognition. And then you also have to have the ability, right? That means you have to have not only the authority, but the physical ability to be able to carry that thing out. Together, that gives you power. I was taught it was dunamis power, which is your ability or your dynamic power, and exousia, which is your authority. So when we're understanding...
what?
Exousia.
So you calling me dirty in Spanish?
Is that what that is?
Sucio.
I don't know. See that? No. Oh, that's what you speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Exousia.
Okay.
Right. So that is the authority. So an example of that would be, say, a police officer. This is an easy example. A police officer wears a uniform, has a badge, his authority. Right. His authority.
You can recognize it.
You can recognize it because there is a particular governing body that is over him. Right. And he has the badge to tell you, I'm part of this organization, right? Now, also he has a gun, right? That gun is his dunamis or his dynamic power, right? That ability to be able to carry out whatever action that needs to be carried out. So then he has the physical force and he has the authority to be able to do it. So many of us are walking around with incomplete power. And part of that is because we are out of sync, misaligned, as a result of disobedience, or whatever have you, or walking in just your authority. I'm so and so and so's son, and then you do whatever the heck you want to do. Like you see sometimes these ambassadors' children. I have this kind of clearance, so I can do whatever, but it still does not help you or make you to be one who is appreciated, one who walks with a true authority and full authority and power. It does not mean just because you have a connection by lineage that you are one who has respect of the elders, respect of spirit, and things like that. And I think that there are many people who are not part of a particular covenant, but they are walking in their full power because they submit themselves to authority and they carry that out through relationship.
Okay.
And I think the problem here with many people is they don't know how to build true relationship.
Benny, so it's because they have an ulterior motive.
They have, come on here, somebody.
Getting into it, right? So it'll become evident, right, by the end of the thing, right, or time period, right? Yeah. Because either they're going to be with it to completion or they're not. Yeah. Whatever reason we need to give up on something is just a reason. Yeah. Right? It's probably not the real one.
True. Most of the time.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I say, oh, EAD, I couldn't come over because this or that. Right?
But the real reason.
Yeah. There was,
what had happened was.
Yeah. But that's all I'm saying. So sometimes, those things happen, but you still gonna be held accountable, and that's the thing, right? Whether it's this life or the next, right? And we believe in it, right? So if this life or the next, right? Once we know about the mission, once we know about the things we're supposed to be doing, and whether we do them or not, right, is up to us.
Absolutely.
The thing that we're supposed to be a part of will still go.
Yeah.
You know, what is it? You tell me one monkey don't stop a what?
Show.
One monkey don't stop a
no show.
A monkey don't stop no
show.
I like the way he said it the first time.
No show.
No, he said show.
Show. Oh, okay. One monkey don't stop no show. That's the truth. That's the truth. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
go ahead, Baba. Expound. Build.
Well, it's because I told Lori Madubola, like when we started the store 2 years ago.
Okay.
I said the store gonna be here, whether you here or not. It's just, I'm just saying, because she's like, that's not what I mean.
Right. I just was thirsty.
Yeah.
So lipstick on
no. So all I'm saying is whether she was in North Carolina or in Colorado, that the store was still gonna be there.
Absolutely.
Because Ifa had said it. Right?
That's based on
Owarumeji, right? We offered the animal, we did the sacrifice, we did the reading. Owarumeji, it's my Odu for Egbe this year. So it said you have two blessings in the same place. So even with the store, we have two sections, right? Right, and then we have the store and
the temple,
my house.
Yeah. Oh,
So that's the two blessings in the same place. The store, the podcast. There's multiple blessings, is what it's saying in Charlotte. So that's why we're here. Right. So now we have.
I can't move to Texas.
No, you can't. I told you that a year ago.
Request denied.
Yeah,
Request denied.
Then you asked me last year. How many times you asked me last year?
A bunch of times.
Right. So and look at us now. Like we got a lot going on. We got the Iliad Dingbe.
Yes.
We got Iledu, Royal Ogboni Aborigine. That's here in Charlotte as well.
Yes. What else?
Obuato. We got the podcast. We developing our community. We doing those things, right? Bob's learning from you learning from Baba, stuff like that. Our kingdom is growing. Don't be doing that.
Ashe. This
You know,
is true.
We got other stuff popping off.
It's
You know,
popping. It's
we're not
popping.
saying what we got popping off.
You not allowed to go.
I'm-
Is the bottom
Yeah.
line.
But I told her that last year. She like, Bob. She asked me 2 or 3 times.
I'm like,
Requesting
I'm
9.
trying to
What I'm
go.
saying, so think about it, right?
Uh-huh.
If you change one thing, you change it all.
That's true.
So we wouldn't be sitting here now if you would have moved to Texas.
This is true. This is true. Ah,
Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm saying, like,
can I do like half and half? 6 months here and 6 months.
no, you cannot.
No, I
you can do
cannot.
6 months here and 6 months in Nigeria.
Ashe.
I plan on doing well, 3.
yeah.
Just before the rainy season.
Oh yeah, because you don't like them.
The man, them bugs.
Them big
But
old-
boy, they was big.
Yeah, them things. Like big old giant termites.
I was like, what the
But they
heck?
don't bite or nothing.
They did not bite.
It's just plenty of them.
It's a lot.
That's how I want to move.
Like
We
them.
move-
Ooh,
like, yeah, when
that's
we
a
move like that. We move
Covered-
like
they
that.
covered the
Like,
building.
Cover everything.
Yes.
Ashe.
I
We
wanna have
finna
money
cover
like
the land with Ifa.
Ashe. Oh. Mhm.
Question.
Question. What's the question?
What if they don't know who they are, who they should be submitting to?
What does that mean? You talking about a woman or a man?
I don't
You talk-
know.
Ask. Oh, please elaborate to that question
Zen.
about submitting.
Oh, Zimmy be free.
Yeah.
Zimmy be free.
Mm-hmm.
What is Zimmy?
She's saying, but what if they don't? So I don't know, but
Talking about Orisha.
probably, yeah, probably.
Or get a reading. Get a reading. Call me.
Bubbles DMs are
So
now
listen.
open.
For me, the purpose of the Bible out is to develop those energies inside the person and help the person to utilize those aspects, those Orisha.
Uh-huh.
Right? So, again, but based on lineage, right, we disconnected
Mm-hmm.
to some degree in America.
Yeah.
So it was, if we go back, hoodoo, conjure, root work,
Yeah.
we, post Atlantic slave trade.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go back before that, we're not taking nothing off like voodoo and stuff like that.
Right.
But back to Benin and Nigeria where the slaves came from, right? We can trace, a lot of we can trace the religion because what's the religion or the spiritual system that is practiced currently, that's been practiced for 10,000 years.
Yeah.
It's Ifa.
Mm-hmm.
So, understanding that the things they do in these other things can trace the ancestry, the religion can trace its ancestry back to Isheshe, traditionalism.
Mm-hmm.
And so, some people say, well, traditionalism is the you got the ones from Ogun State, you got the ones from the Orisha from Oyo, you got the Babalaos, you got the people from Oshun State with Oshun, you got those in Ibadan with Oya or whatever. You got those in Ogun State that deal with Yemoja. You got everybody deal with Olokun, especially those in Lagos because of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You have all these energies that because of their geographical nature area, when that energy shows up inside your Odu-Ifa, right, especially your life Odu, then you can see that, okay, this is where my people came from, because it'll tell you. Even with Isefa, it will tell you. One of the Omwawo said her grandfather was a Babalawo, but she practiced hoodoo, and she searched for herself and these other things, but it don't really quite work. She has to learn in her own time to come back to and focus on it. Those things that she's looking for and other things, but people want to be sure. And so, that's another thing of the Bible out. You got to be patient because people will leave and come back. People will blame you, but people will also look for you for guidance and blessing.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the thing. That's what you hold on to.
Yeah. Well, sometimes,
Not Mama Self-Fire. Look like a Christmas.
Well, I've been known to fire people. You're fired. I'm not. You get your healing from that. I can't help it.
But, too funny.
But patience. Patience. It
Discipline again.
It does require discipline, and that's the thing. I know for myself when I was in religion, in church, in Christianity, I had a serious discipline. Right, there was a protocol. I mean, I was up 3 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. I was reading my Bible, praying in tongues, everything, fasting. So there are
I like that word.
Fasting.
Yes.
Why?
I mean, you gotta not eat.
Not eat. I can not eat.
It's like not sleeping.
No, I cannot eat. I'm just saying. I
You know,
I can go without eating for a little while anyway.
before you hurt somebody.
Before I hurt somebody, then when I get angry, then
Yeah,
it's,
like,
you
yeah,
can't.
it's like, you
Then
know,
my horns come a Taurus, and then they horns.
I'm
come
not
out.
guilty for reasons of hangry.
Right, I'm just hungry. That's all.
I told Baba 3 times to feed me.
I'm hungry. What we gonna do?
Like,
But I mean, you
man,
know.
we're not trying to hear that.
Right. But I'm just saying, you know, in every practice that you are a part of or system, there there are a set of rules, protocols, disciplines. Now, people don't understand. A lot of times people think that to be disciplined or to discipline someone means to hit them or to, you know, do some other kind of bodily act. But discipline is to
Internalize.
Right. Well, you were in the military. There was a
Oh, yeah,
discipline. Structure. Right. These are the things that you do. This is part of the structure. So, in order to elevate in certain structure, you okay over there? Oh, he moved the microphone. It was in her ear. So when you are part of a discipline, or there's a level of structure that you're supposed to have, that would.
I can hear
Mic
you.
check. Mike, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there is a structure that you should maintain in order to elevate within that organization, or at least to be able to function within that organization. So it would behoove you to understand if you're part of an organization is to know the protocols and to get the structure. So I'm on my way to get there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty resistant. I'm an old dog. And so these new tricks, y'all be trying to get. I mean, like, I'm not.
That's a saying.
What?
I don't believe it though.
What? Old? You can't teach old dog new tricks.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Well, I mean, I'm resistant.
That don't mean you can't teach.
I mean, you can teach me. It's just me having to decide if I want to accept the teaching.
So,
if I want to accept.
How about this? Because I think sometimes people feel like it is.
Because I ain't finna do
They
it.
have to give one thing up for another.
Well, sometimes you do, but you know, you gotta
Well,
give certain things up. Certain things you do,
Well,
don't
so
you?
you can't be out at night, so you only got to ride your broom during the day.
Shut your mouth! I don't mind riding my broom. I ride my broom. Don't do me.
It's just spirit travel.
Well,
That's what I was talking
and
about.
I do it. I
Yeah.
spirit travel and I can spirit
Yeah.
travel during the day, sitting right here on my
Yeah.
couch.
I already know.
I know. I feel like, what you doing?
What you doing, Bob? High five. I'm going home now.
Like, people swear they see me in their dreams.
Man, get out of here.
Somebody told me they saw me in their dreams. Mama Sophia, you came to me in a dream. What was I doing? And did we have something to eat?
Don't eat in the dream.
Well, I mean, I'm the one to eat. Listen,
Don't eat in the dream.
I understand.
That's the time you should be fasting.
I understand. People say don't eat nothing. I say that too. Don't eat nothing.
If y'all eat something in y'all dream, call me.
But I know, but I'm just saying, I'm the
It's
one
an
doing the
agreement.
flying.
It's an agreement.
Well, I'm coming with my chicken
What did
and my
Abraham?
fish. Excuse me.
What did Abraham offer the angels?
I don't know.
He offered them food. And they was like,
Oh.
we can't eat
Okay.
because the angels. He thought they were
People.
doing something right.
Mhm.
They said we can't eat, but it's a sign of camaraderie.
Yes.
So
it's
what is the
communion.
thing? Right. So what is the thing giving you the food in the dream? Ha ha.
I was bringing the food with me. It was my food that I was sharing with somebody else. I was the one in the dream.
Yeah, you know.
The person said I came to my dream.
Yeah. So, you know, you don't do too much cooking.
I sure don't. Don't do me, Mom.
That's what I'm saying.
Mom said,
That's
Mom
what-
said the other day, do you cook? I was like, no.
I'm like, I can't come over there no more.
No. Right. I might cook. If I cook,
I
Mom.
dropped the F-bomb.
Did you say that? I wouldn't even hear it. I might cook something, Baba. If I
But
do,
I'm
I'll
saying,
invite y'all.
But if you bringing it in the dream,
I was bringing it in
like,
the
yeah,
dream.
Eat this cake.
Anime. Eat the cake,
Eat
anime.
the cake.
You know.
You need somebody else. Go ahead. This is right.
Just take it.
Yeah.
Just take
30
it.
seconds.
It won't hurt you.
You won't remember nothing.
Right? With Men in Black. Right. But you know, for me, I am working through, you know, because I am, my friend Nala Lakshmi, Ali
Shout out Nala Lakshmi.
Lakshmi,
Lakshmi. Sorry.
Ali Day.
Ali Day. Shout out. horrible piece of message to you. I'm serious.
Well, she's so cool. She's so smart. Anyway, now I forgot what I was saying.
You was talking about Nala Lakshmi.
I know, but why?
She told you something. She did
Well,
something for you.
she told me a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what she said, but this don't have nothing to do
Is
with
it about me?
No, I forgot what it was now. It just went right out of my head. It just, what's that? ADD, ADHD? What the hell?
I threw you off.
Oh, I said hell.
Oh.
I said again.
Y'all about to be putting. I'm finna put y'all in time out.
Yeah, it's on YouTube too. So
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, I put no, it's not for kids.
Okay, good. Okay, so what was I saying though?
I don't know.
Oh, she said,
Yeah.
this don't have anything to do with what we were saying before. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out because this is what she said.
Okay.
She told me, what she said in a sermon, that she would rather be in the air soaring with eagles than on the ground battling with buzzards.
Hey, you know what?
Uh-huh.
That's my spirit animal.
A buzzard?
Uh-huh.
There you go.
But they don't want to take the above.
I know they take it on somewhere.
Yeah, the buzzard is loyal.
Absolutely.
He don't kill nobody.
No, but he was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what her point was,
he gonna clean some stuff up for people.
Absolutely.
But the point was,
sometimes you have to elevate. You don't have time to be contending with base things.
Ooh.
Hello, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes a lack of discipline will have you distracted and dealing with base things and below base people.
Well,
But when you're on the path to elevation,
I'm glad I don't deal with nobody like that.
Me neither. I don't.
Yeah, me.
Absolutely, me neither. And so when you're on the path to elevation, when you don't mean you're perfect, but when you're on that trajectory, on that path, then you'll put away childish things.
Right, you're willing to make those sacrifices.
And you're willing to make the sacrifices, right? And so in order to soar higher, right, and to go where it is that you're called to go, great places.
So do you have to do that with other people, or
Yeah.
so is the discipline or the structure that we discussing, right? That it's a requirement for the increase in Ashe power.
Yeah.
Right, and we're not going to mince words. It's power. Ifa is power.
Mm-hmm.
It's power to bring about change of space and time.
Yeah.
Right. Once
Absolutely.
it's done, it's done. So being able to have access to that power requires discipline and structure.
Yeah.
And
patience.
Patience. So it also requires what? Being tested.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
No, yeah, that's something right there.
Right, because you have to be able to handle the Ashe, the power.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna behave well with it or not?
Right.
Are you gonna send them something or not?
Or not.
Please and pray for them or not?
Well, the pray for them is the hard part.
It's not hard.
Because I was taught in the Bible that you pray for those who despitefully use and abuse you. That's what I was taught.
But pray how?
Well, you pray for them, that they be blessed and whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes I'll just have to say, sometimes it's not that I pray against anyone. I just don't pray for you. Okay, so as opposed to praying against you and then not wanting to pray for you, I just don't do one of them. So I just let you be where you at. You can stay there. It's not my business, but I don't want to put any of my energy on it one way or the other. But, but discipline will require you to do oftentimes things that you do not want to do, regardless of who you are or where you're called to. And so there's a story in the Bible. I always go back to the Bible. I think it's in Samuel. Was it 1 Samuel? It's in Samuel. The story about David, when David was chosen. I think that's Samuel 16, somewhere in there. And essentially, I forgot David's daddy's name. Oh, Lord. Anyway, his son, all of his sons were called to be chosen by the prophet to be installed as, I guess, the next king or whatever. And so, you all know this.
I do.
Oh, okay then. And so all of the sons were looked over, and so prophet asked his father, are these all your sons? And no.
Who was the prophet? No, it wasn't Moses.
I'll tell you who the prophet was. I'll tell you. It was
Because that's when they went to install David as a new.
It's Samuel.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And so, so at any rate, David was chosen.
Right.
Now, so we go back to
before he slew Goliath.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But we go back to being called or part of a lineage, but not being the one chosen to do a thing.
Ooh.
And then the one that is chosen to do the thing has documented disciplines and that they have been in process. So he slew the bear, I think he slew the lion or whatever, and so he had been diligently working within the parameter or the guy within the place that he was, and he was found to be the one chosen, as opposed to the other ones who thought that they would be chosen and they were in lineage or in line to be chosen, but they won't. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
Yeah, some of his brothers were warriors.
Yeah, they
were all, you know.
They were worthy of the position, but they weren't the ones that was the one that was chosen.
Danny.
And so a lot of times, you could even see this. We were talking about in Hoodoo earlier. There are people that you have to be chosen as one. It's like it's good to sit with the elders. When you sit with the elders, you learn things that you wouldn't normally learn in a book or anything else. But when you sit with the elders, there's information that and things that are transferred to you that's part of your mantle, right? Becomes part of your mantle and your spiritual lineage. But they normally, when you're sitting with someone,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is who your succession, you're under succession. So we talk about spiritual fathers in church and spiritual mothers. Mm-hmm. And when I started off,
I'm somebody's spiritual father.
You are, you're mine.
Ashe.
You know,
it's an honor.
Ashe. It should be.
It is.
Ashe. It ain't
like
easy.
It sometimes.
I know. Don't do me. It ain't easy, right?
It gets easier.
It does. You think so?
Yes. If you think about our relationship last year, and you know, we just becoming closer.
Yep. That thing right there.
Closer? You talking about your Baba?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah, I mean it is.
'Cause I might need his number.
You got your own number. You got your number. I mean, it's good. I know that you are a stickler for discipline and detail,
Mm-hmm.
and that you.
That's why you picked this topic.
The hard line.
That's why you picked this.
Yeah.
Oh!
The hard line. You know, sometimes you know it's this very hard line that you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes you're not very flexible.
Mm-hmm.
But
I say.
I'm doing yoga now.
You are doing better. You're doing better.
I say.
Yeah. Look at you. You've come a long way in a year. Look at God.
Look at
Hallelujah. You have.
I should have.
But you have. And I have too, because I absolutely won't doing it. But I'm better at it.
Benny, and you ask questions. And,
I do ask questions.
You know, I'm there's things, there's things we still working on and things like that. But
nobody's perfect.
No.
What? Except for you, Baba.
Thank you.
There you go. I figured that's what you was looking.
I'm as close to perfection.
Look like mouth. Look, she got her mouth.
You know.
Yeah, no.
We're gonna ask her later.
Right.
We'll talk to her later.
Right. But you know.
After she thirsty, like, what was that you
Right.
Like, Bob, it's 100 degrees out here. I've been venting all day. Take that answer back.
Look,
you can't your statement.
Right.
No.
And she was like, no.
Pull out my phone. We're gonna go live on TikTok. And we're gonna show everybody.
Well, she got her own fan and she got her own drink, so she's,
We'll have to wait till her lips dry.
will be parched. But I ain't fooling with you. I ain't fooling with you today. But at the end of the day, discipline. Discipline is what is needed, even if you are part of a lineage or bloodline.
Then it's still accountability.
Accountability.
Like we keep coming back to that. And,
you need accountability partners, not co-conspirators.
Oh.
Ooh, hello somebody.
Yeah, go about a tear in my eye.
I know, right? I said again.
No, don't do that.
You need accountability partners, not co-conspirators. Ashe. Right.
So, Benny, you know, there's, it's true, right? There's more than one way to skin a cat, right?
I don't
You
like
heard that?
skin cats.
Well, man,
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's an axiom. A saying, you know. But
I know.
But
I wonder where that come from, though. Go ahead. It's more than way.
There's more than one way to persecute a witch.
Yeah. There are several ways to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the saying is.
Yeah.
More than one way to skin a cat. You know.
I remember. Okay.
So you know, cats are the first of the Yami.
Yes. And boy, they just be coming over here, don't they?
Ever since we cast Osama.
Yes.
The cat whisperer.
Yeah.
Like, glad she on my team.
They've been around. They just come
trying
around.
to tell you.
And the hummingbirds, the birds just come in.
I see. So accountability, right? So if we offer, right, we cast E5, and it's just, it may not be so simple for some, but if we cast E5, like today we got a one Remeji for our Osha E5. So there's a particular prescription that we told to give, right?
Yeah.
OB, honey, and OT, right? And it says that we're going to receive certain blessings in multiple.
Oh, hallelujah.
Right? So,
amen.
So,
Ashe.
So, understand that, right? So we're expecting, right? So when we give the offerings to Ifa, right, we're expecting on the blessing.
Yes.
Right? So this is accountability.
Yeah.
Because we hold an Ifa accountable. Ifa, if you make this offering for this Ifa that's cast, then we expect it.
A farmer wouldn't sow a seed without expectation of a
right.
harvest.
So that's also in our Ita Dogun that nobody will be able to take our harvest.
Hello, somebody.
You know, so the people, you know, anyway, people doing things they shouldn't be doing. They won't follow Omar. That's what the Odu say.
That's what they.
That's what this Ita Dogun say. People jealous and they want my Omar.
Really?
Benny.
The first paragraph.
Really?
Yeah. You got it in your WhatsApp.
Oh
my goodness.
I keep telling y'all my
No.
WhatsApp is.
Oh.
I have to go to it. I can't just. I don't want to know that it's there.
So, but it's why, right? It's because of the structure. Remember the reel I showed you about life? I'm that baby pappy.
I'm the baby pappy.
Right, because right, and this is because of lineage. Right? It's because of my dad, it's because of my family, you know, even the work that I've done, right, with a particular, you know, in a particular way. Like, we always do the work and the work always manifests. Always. So you get to choose which one, and we're gonna see, right, because we kind of like we make it public. There's not too many Odu E5 that we don't discuss in front of people in a general sense, you know. So the people, okay, well, this aspect or this orientation, it means this. If this orientation, it means that. Is it in E-Ray or IO? Is it for a man or a woman? These things are pertinent when you give out the interpretation.
Oh, okay.
So that's, again, a part of the structure. You have to learn the structure. You have to be disciplined and not move into doing dot files and things like that without understanding those concepts or being taught those concepts. Even, like, you know, they post them on Facebook, or not Facebook, they post them on Facebook, they post them on the internet, period, the ODE file, because it's public knowledge.
Yeah.
But how to decipher the thing that's given, or what glasses to look at it from, right, that requires, right, discipline and structure and all those types of things. What types of things will you give as offerings? What advice is it trying to get? All those things are learned by structure. So even if you go get initiated, right, into, if you do Tefa. So we talked about this too, and so, because remember we was talking about princess. Is a man, when he's born, is automatically a prince.
Yes. I remember this conversation. Keep
but
going.
Both man or woman, when they born, are both Omo-Oba.
Oba, yeah.
Right. Child of the king. When a woman becomes married,
she becomes a princess.
Right. So we talked about it too with Itefa. And he was like, Bobby, you petty. I said, but with Itefa, the woman, as soon as she's initiated, becomes what?
Yenifa.
Benny. But the man, is when he's initiated, what is he?
Awo.
Right, he's not a Babalawo. So there's other things that he must do right?
Yeah.
Alignment said he must be a knowledge, all this structure. This is the thing that they have to have, the discipline. All right, this is the time when we see it. The undisciplined one will take Ifa as a joke, right?
Ain't no joke, I'll tell you that.
Ain't no joke. So all that's saying is that the discipline, the structure, the good character, the integrity, right? You know, all these, the protocols, all these things need to be followed, and they're being watched by everybody that's above you.
Absolutely. And below you too.
And below you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? So if you know, there's
fix it. Go.
So let's just say this, right? There were people initiated with you and after you that they initiated.
Man, I thought that was something else. Go ahead. Somebody initiated for you.
Before you or after you that, you know, have kind of like moved on.
Right.
Or fell off.
Okay.
Right. So what does that say about the initiation, right? The initiation, right, even if you look at the word, it's the beginning of something.
Right.
So those things you did before, Isefa, stuff like that, it's different than when you get fully initiated.
Right. Yeah. It is. It's a process. It's taking me a whole. I feel as though I have been in initiation this entire year.
You have been. And that's the thing, right? So each year we renew the covenant, the Odu-Ni-Fa. So there's a new set of challenges based on your energy today.
Yeah.
Or a new set of challenges based on your Ifa cast next year. So, but there's also different blessings. So you have to have the challenges in order to have the blessing. That's the thing people don't understand
Absolutely.
about Ifa.
It's balance.
Right. You know, you're going to have to give something up in order to put something in its place.
Energetic exchange.
Energetic exchange.
Yeah.
So that's Ifa, right? But we use death as the messenger.
Absolutely.
Right? We follow the advice of the Iami.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody is Iami.
Yes.
But what bird are you?
I'm a hawk. I'm an eagle.
Right, but I'm a buzzard. I'm a vulture.
You're all buzzard.
I got 3 bird totems, right? Depends
you
on
do.
what thing I need to accomplish. For egg base is the crow, right? For Ifa is the vulture.
Yes.
For Oboni is something else.
I don't know mine.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, you don't.
I don't.
So well, okay. In Osai Meji, it tells us Iamoi Beji. Everybody get up out the seat for the elders.
Okay.
For for the Iami, it's the bird that sat on the masquerade when Obatala wore it. So Iami, the mothers made the masquerade.
Yes.
It didn't have face. It didn't have voice.
Right.
Obatala was hanging out with the Iami. Right. So when the Iami was out doing something else, Obatala put the masquerade on. So she's like, oh, it's got a face on it now. Like, okay, Obatala, okay. And she sent her bird to go sit on the shoulder. So the Iami blessed Obatala with being able to do that. So this is why men have the masquerade. Women have it too, but men wear the masquerade. So, you know, when you initiate to a gungun, you'll have that. But, you know,
the masquerade.
Yeah, and so, you know, we'll take it to Africa and let them put that woo on there.
Algorithm.
Put that woo, put that medicine on there.
Yeah, put the medicine on there.
Yeah.
I would like to have it. My masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go. Yeah, okay. We just leave that way. The way you find it, leave it where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, no, women can have the masquerade.
Is the raven?
It's the raven?
Is the raven one of the birds?
Is the raven one of the birds?
Kind of. It's still considered a crow. So this is how Arumala used to spirit travel.
Through the bird.
Yeah. So with in a woman Sobe.
Okay.
Keshupa. So that's a lot of people don't know that a woman Sobe is an Odu. It talks about Eshu, but it really talks a lot about a Gungun. And so not a lot of people know that either. But in a woman Sobe, Arumala had his own Wawo, and they would cast Ifa for the Oba every Oshe Ifa.
Okay.
So Arumala had to go like maybe to the U.S. or South America or somewhere.
Okay.
So he told his Omawo, you know, I'll connect with you, you know, in spirit, right? So he took off on the crow.
Okay.
While he was gone, there was
You took a deep breath. Burp. Oh, okay.
So while he was gone, on
symphonic
Omaha,
melody.
there was a lion that entered the city, the town from the bush.
Okay.
So it came from the outside
Outside
town.
in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was had people shook, you know,
Okay.
of course, like what, you know.
The lion.
So, the Omaha had been casting ephod, offering a bow for the Oba.
Mm-hmm.
Previous to that, in the rumor's absence, and they were doing things outside of what they were supposed to be doing. We're talking about discipline
Mm-hmm.
and structure.
Mm-hmm.
So they were doing things outside of what they were supposed to be doing. They were only there to help a rumor. They wasn't there to be offering a bow for the Oba.
Okay.
So this is what facilitated the lion,
Mm-hmm.
or the tiger, you know, coming in from the bush,
Mm-hmm.
tormenting people. So then they assembled the Oba, assembled the owl, the Omawo, Rumula, and said, you know, cast ephod, offer a bow. They were offering the Ebo. When they take the Ebo to the Eshu shrine, the Omawo were trapped between Eshu and the lion. So
Mm-hmm.
one of the other Omawo connected with Aruma, you know, in spirit, and Aruma said to tie the animal up.
Okay. I have to catch the lion. Okay, I'm sorry.
Now that's a different story.
Okay.
But
I
he told him you know, how to catch the lion
Mm-hmm.
and to tie the lion up. So when we offer Ebo,
Uh-huh.
this is why the goat, the ram, the dog, whatever is bound
Mm-hmm.
because of a woman sobe.
Ah.
Because someone has misbehaved, whether they've known it or not.
Mm-hmm.
By Ajogun EB.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You understand?
I do.
So how the Omawo were misbehaving with the Oba. We've misbehaved at some point. Maybe not, you know, clear thing could be, oh, we may just make the wrong decision.
Okay.
Something like.
Okay.
And it puts us on a particular trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
So we will get the she-goat, we'll get the he-goat,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get the ram, we'll get the ewe, we'll get the dog, we'll get the cow, we'll get whatever it is.
The alligator.
Yeah, whatever it is.
What's it called?
Or the okete.
Okay, yeah, no, what you call it, them on a stick. But that's Obey Foon to talk about the okete. Mm-hmm.
What's that?
The giant rat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So so it is because of the challenges that the person faced,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote, you know, air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge that the person faces
Mm-hmm.
while we offer a bow in this way.
Okay.
And so, but from misbehaving, right, to doing things that are outside of your discipline, structure,
Mm-hmm.
or the things that you know, sometimes we make mistakes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's blatant.
Uh-huh. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we should cast ephod, offer bow, and follow the observances. Don't go. Repent!
I was getting ready to say it.
Repent.
We
Turn
all
away from it.
sin and fall short of the glory of
Yeah.
God.
You know,
Benny.
So, you know, doing those, so Arumala traveled in this OD through the crow.
Ashe. Okay. Oh, we got it. Your hand tied, ma'am? Well, now, so essentially, again, as we go back to it, because it's 4:15.
What that mean?
It's because it's 4:15. That's what that means. It's an hour and 14 minutes.
You got about, let's see, I go.
I got 15 more minutes.
About 20 minutes.
20 minutes. 20 minutes, Dougie Fresh. You know what?
It's 6 minutes.
I put my own numbers in there.
Yeah, but it's 6 minutes.
I know that, but I'm putting the 20 minutes in there. The segue. Get with the segue, man.
Okay, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes more, Bobby, you're on.
I was like,
you know, I'm 6 minutes older than my brother,
are you?
Benny.
Yeah.
I bo Mariti wo. And shout out to Kendrick, Levon, Lucky Latona.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Shout out to his daughter, you know.
Ashe.
She know who she is, my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
She's your daughter.
We're gonna have a baby.
Yay.
No, that don't sound right. She's gonna have a baby.
No, it's
No.
it's our baby.
It's yes, yes, you're right.
I
You're
got
gonna
her
be
OD.
grandpa.
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 Yeah, I know, Pop.
Yeah, but
Papa.
Papa.
It's my baby. It's my
Yeah, I
grandbaby.
know. It's your grandbaby because that's your son's daughter. That's
my
your
brother's daughter.
That's what I mean. Your brother's
and
daughter.
we genetically.
Yeah.
The
Twins.
same.
Yeah, that's your baby.
My baby having a baby.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Pop, Baba.
Oh yeah.
Baba, pop, pop.
I got 1, 2. I got 7 grandkids already.
What?
Very old.
Mm-hmm.
She said you was
That's
old.
lying.
Down through there.
I'm mature.
You were
Super
Amen.
seasoned.
Some season, right? She said season.
Super
Yeah.
seasoned.
Super season.
Yeah, I'm a part of ERB Silver.
Yes, you are a part of EME
Gang gang.
Gang.
ERB Silver. Yeah, we're the ERB over 50.
Right. So then, if you silver and you're 50-ish, over 50, what am I? Do it. Do it.
Shit.
Do it. Don't do me.
Yeah. Just go ahead and fold that flag up and put it in the bag.
Don't do me. We had a long time.
No, what I'm saying, that's your people.
That's death.
Deaf. Y'all hang out together.
Oh,
Well, we do, actually.
I know. You ain't gum.
I am.
That's what I meant.
That's what
I don't mean like, you got a long life.
I got a long life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I am.
All your hair gonna be white.
Yeah, I know, because you see it in the top, right?
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Before you go to the upper room, all your hair gonna be white.
Okay. Well, then I don't need it to get white fast. Then
Right.
I need it to slow
I'm
down.
talking about even this hair.
Shut your mouth. No, he didn't put the hair on there. Because it's there too, don't it?
No.
I mean,
you got
it is
it,
there.
you got it.
It's got, it is over there.
Yeah, my hair on my lip going great too.
No.
Right
You
there.
got one.
One.
That's a.
If you don't.
Oh, Lord, there's one.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm just glad I ain't got no hair on my arm, so you can't see. I got a little bit.
Yeah, but you gray right there though.
Yeah.
It's
I'm thinking about getting that brush. You can just brush it.
Don't do it. Just leave the gray ball.
I'll look like Chuck Norris.
Yeah, you will. That's my boy though.
Yeah, ain't no way your beard's still that color.
You don't want you to look like that.
Yeah, you got.
That's a little bit too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all right though.
What if
It's
I do
good.
red.
No.
Okay. Blonde.
Did something just go up my
I
nose?
probably bought a fruit fly with me.
I probably did. It just felt like it just went up my nose. Right on camera. I really want to dig up in there and
Don't
get
do
it.
that.
But it just
You got
felt.
15 minutes.
It just felt like it went up in there.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I did that. Something might come out, and then it's like, oh, you see Mama somehow with that big boogie to boog.
Right like this. On here.
No, who's that say that? Hey, it said hello, Aburu, Aboye, Abo Shishe.
Oh boy, I told Asuri Iwori Wofun.
Yeah.
How are y'all? Let me see your phone.
Go ahead, see my phone. I can't see it.
You can see it.
I can't see it.
I don't know who that is. High Priestess. If I pick the flower and the root came out with it, what can I use it for? It depends on the flower, don't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you pick the flower and the root come out, the root and the flower is supposed to be what it is that you're supposed to do. Or you can say
Melody Grandpapa.
Yeah. Well, you can always save the root for later, and then use what it is that you're supposed to be using. Make sure that you try to at least leave an offering. If you don't have anything to leave, gratitude and thank you is always a good thing to leave.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I was on Facebook this morning and a dude asked, they want to start doing rituals and stuff. So what's advice? I said prayer.
Yeah, that's a ritual.
Right, but it's a ritual using Ofuashe. Any ritual you do, you're gonna use Ofuashe power to come. You're gonna speak.
Yeah. Speak. Mm-hmm.
You have to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the right thing with the right energy, with the right vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm big with alchemy and understanding how to use the weight of our heart in our prayer.
Okay.
And so, like, it's very important we understand that.
Baba, why are you tapping the phone in the view of everybody while they watching you give me extra points for my? You supposed to be doing it on the slide.
I'm doing it on the slide.
Oh my God!
I'm doing it with my mind right now.
Okay, you may feel like I
What's the difference from saying amen and ashe?
Ashe is an older word,
I got it.
and I mean, so be it, or may it be so. It's just, I guess, what does amen mean?
Well, amen.
So mote it be.
So yeah, amen is Amen Ra,
The sun
the
god.
sun god. It's also
Olumroro? No. Is it Olumroro?
I don't know.
Orun.
Orun.
2 O's.
Oh, 2 O.
Yep, for the sun.
Oh, okay. Well, Ashe is cultural.
Benny, but you know, the Yoruba people, their calendar is 267. 1,000. Sorry.
Get together.
I'm trying to tell you. I need to talk to my teachers. Like, you need some extra credit.
Right.
So.
Tutorials.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So 10,068, I think, that's the Yoruba, according to the Yoruba calendar.
Okay.
That was like June 2nd or 3rd.
I was gonna say June 1st, but
Yeah,
okay.
around then. And so that word or language or the use of the word, the sentiment, has been around for over 10,000 years. So for me, you know, not saying, you know, we got cultural stuff and all that, of course, but understanding that and people using those terms and stuff like that really should understand that we call it the manifest.
Yeah.
We call it the manifest. So however it manifests, right, you know, is going to be based on how we call it and our knowledge of what it's been called. So this is a different thing about structure and discipline, right? How are we learning about the Orisha? How are we learning about Ori? Right? How are we learning to interpret Odu and things like that? And so this is one thing I really try to make sure that I teach my own Wawo, is the understanding, right? Because Ogun is not just about chopping people's heads off.
Yeah.
It's about patience.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The process, blacksmithing, being tormented and still having focus on the goal. But also being a hunter, right? Understanding what things we have to do in order to achieve our goal. Moving upwind or downwind. Right? How we
be careful moving that downwind.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but so, you know, or not moving downwind. However it works, right? Being able to be in alignment and have a particular skill set to accomplish a mission. So no matter what Ogun was hunting, right, he couldn't hunt everything the same. You can't hunt the elephant the same way you hunt a panther or a leopard.
Well, this is true.
Or birds, right, or deer, or whatever.
What's that mean? That's a hand signal.
Am I able to wear ilekes without being crowned?
So in Ifa and Isheshe, we don't believe in crowning. It's just Itefa, right? And so you have all the Orisha. So that's important to understand. Make those Ileke ceremonies kind of like a thing because you already have the Orisha anyway. So what they're doing, in essence, they're trying to bring out those energies inside of you, right? By giving you a visible representation and also feeding those energies. That's what we do, right? So for us, and that's all I can tell you about. For Iliadingbe or Iliadu temples, we will offer to that specific energy. So if you get what we give out, Obatala, Shango, Eshu, Olokun, and Shango. Shango, Eshu, Olokun, Oshun, and Obatala.
Oh, okay.
So we will feed all those energies when we feed the Leke.
Okay, but
So,
but I don't know if I'm right in this. I'm just gonna say this and you correct me.
Did we answer the question?
Sort of, kind of, but I'm getting ready to answer it.
Okay, so let me just say this real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you don't need to be crowned.
There you go.
Excuse me. No, you don't need to be crowned
To wear
to wear the Elekes, but the Elekes should be consecrated in order to draw you closer to those energies.
Who consecrates them?
Babalawos.
Only?
Only.
Okay.
Ianifas can do it too, but they should have the assistance.
Okay, so here is just my take, and I understand this is just my gospel. This does not mean it's right, and I'm sure you're gonna correct me. This is how I feel about it. Okay, you ready?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So now I had elekes. Oddly enough, when I first really kind of came out of the church, I thought that was my next step, right? And so I got pictures of me, professional pictures of me with elekes on, because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. That's what I thought I was supposed to do. They was at the stove. Okay, so I had elekes. I asked what it was for. They said it was for. I put the eleke on, prayed over it, and I said, now, for me, I think that it imbues them with the more power when they are consecrated. Yes, but I also wonder, why would you want to wear one if
you don't know what it means?
If you don't know what it means, and even if you research what it means, you're not in the system that supports it. So, that's the only reason. But I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying.
I feel that way about waist beads.
About waist beads, yeah.
So actually, so it's back to what we were talking about. It's, you know, still about structure and discipline, right? And so, like, the person who invokes the Orisha, the Babalawo Iyanifa, and she asked, so it should be the Babalawo, because that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But so the point is that invoking these energies and feeding these energies, right? Because it spiritually, right? We know things happen where first?
Yes.
In the spirit.
Yeah.
It happened in the spirit first. So when we spiritually draw closer to that energy, then we can physically draw closer to that energy as well. Right? And so it has to happen in this spiritual way. We have to sit in prayer. We have to give the chicken. We have to give the rooster. We have to give the snail. We have to give whatever it is, the pigeon. We have to give these things, right? Because they give them their lives to deliver a message. So we don't shoot the messenger, but we do it all the time.
Yeah, you shoot the messenger. You kind of stole.
Right. And we offer the sacrifice. So what happens is this draws the person closer to that energy. So this is why they need to be consecrated.
Okay.
Anybody, you know, if you need a visible representation, like a wedding ring, right? It's a visible representation of a particular covenant. The ileke or ide or the waist beads
Thank you, Sandra.
a representation of particular covenants. So you shouldn't wear the energy, the ileke, if you haven't entered into the covenant, because you're gonna be held accountable for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I just was, you know, I mean, I'm not against it. I just wonder. It's almost like, you know, voodoo in a way. You know, it's like, why practice it if we talk about people who are not melanin rich, people from the, you know, from the diet.
Well, they got,
in
the other people have melanin too. It's just different type.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're melanin rich too.
Okay.
It's carbon-based melanin.
Okay.
It's a carbon-based melanin. I'm saying carbon-based melanin is the same as chlorophyll.
Yes. That's yes. But I'm just saying.
It brings pigment. If it don't bring pigment, is it carbon-based melanin?
No.
I practice hoodoo. I made a mojo bag. How do I feed it properly? And also, what are your thoughts on conjuring beads if I am not ready for elekes?
Okay, can I answer that? Okay.
You always ready for elekes.
Okay.
But she gonna help you with your mojo bag.
Sure.
Okay, so, and I'm not being funny either. So, hear my heart. I'm not being funny.
Uh-oh.
No.
I was playing.
So hear my heart. So I'm not picking or anything. And I understand to make a mojo bag is really easy. The construction of one is easy to do. But I would say that if you don't know how to feed it and care for it, don't make it. Right?
Structure again and discipline.
Yeah, structure. That's what we kind of talk about, structure and discipline. If you're not sure how to maintain it, either get someone to show you how, which is kind of what you're asking, you know, how do you do these things? But you know, it's a living being. It's alive. It has spirit, and so you have to know how to invoke spirit in there. It's not just putting herbs in the thing. It's also invoking the spirit or conjuring the spirits through the elements that are in it or whatever spirit that you work with. It becomes a living soul. So, with that being said, if you're not really aware of how to do that, I would have a practitioner to make one for you.
Yep.
Before you have one. Would you going to say something?
I don't have an elder.
What's her discipline? Is this the one who asked the hoodoo question?
Yeah. So.
Mama Sunfire, the Mistress Maven, right? Message her, tell her if I be lucky sent you.
Oh Lord.
Maybe she'll give you 10% discount on that Mojo bag.
But I mean, I don't mind. But okay, so you have one now, right? You have one
or two.
Or two. You have one now. So there are a couple of things that people can do to keep it fed.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not putting blood on it.
That's my special.
Okay, if you're not putting blood on it, you can breathe on it. You can offer smoke to it. You can put alcohol on it. You can put anointing oil on it. And keep it fed in that way. Mine has boob sweat on it. Sorry, Baba. Okay? Because that's where I keep it. Okay? So your personal concerns.
Essence.
Your essence. There you go. So these are different things that you can use to feed it. Of course, there are some other things that I wouldn't share here, but there's some other things that you can do. But by and large, if you already have one, I breathe on it, talk to it, and then alcohol mostly. Sometimes I drop oil or coffee on it. So it just depends on what you're doing. So I hope that helps.
So yeah, we have them. They call owo, right?
Oh, let me do it.
Owo.
Owo.
Yeah, because owo is money.
Yeah.
Owo is the medicine.
Dagnabbit. Owo is money, but
owo
is medicine. Well, that's not confusing.
Yeah, inflation is a mug.
Yeah, right.
So sometimes we have ours, and actually I had somebody call me this morning. We have them. They're about an inch and a half by 2 inches. Sometimes you'll see them as sticks. Sometimes you'll see them as
medicine
pouches, the bags, and they'll have calorie 3 or 9 calorie on them. Ours have those same things, and usually those things are for those Ajagui, death, loss, those big ones. And so
those would be conditions.
Yeah, and so but ours are washed and fed. And the person will keep it even if it's in their boob.
Yeah.
If it's a woman,
underarm, you put it in your armpit.
Or a guy, put it in your pocket, but you keep it on your person.
Yeah.
You can see them; they wear them on their necks. They make ilekes out of them and things like that. Out of the mojo bags.
Mojo bags.
I'm gonna make one now for a boom boom for something.
Dang, you right on it, because I was gonna make some. I won't mind that.
Yeah. So, and these are
what had happened. Okay, go ahead.
Right, because we feed them with blood.
Yes.
Because we give in the offering.
Yes.
To spare the person.
Absolutely.
And it's a covenant and things like that. So you can feed them every 3 months or every 6 months if it's a 4-leg. Every 3 months if it's a bird. Just depending on what it is. And so we do those too. But yeah, that requires a special level of expertise and a relationship with the energies, right?
Yeah.
So I had to tell somebody. So there was about 2 years ago, there was a young lady who hit the lottery in South Carolina, and then she came up missing shortly thereafter.
Oh Lord.
So some people called me and asked me to cast E5 about the situation. So the situation to know a lot, And so I cast the E5. And so, they didn't offer the above. And so, I felt compelled. And so I sat down and I called my elder, No, I didn't call my elder. I think I sat down and consulted E5 about it. And so I did what's called tabo issue.
Okay, what's that?
So that we can spare someone's life with food. corn pap.
Okay. Corn
Even
pap.
if,
Yeah.
even if it has to be cooked.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's an extension. It's not necessarily a complete saving, but
Mm-hmm.
it's being able to extend one's life just using fermented corn flour.
Mm-hmm.
So
you how to make that. Okay.
So the point is that when we're talking about structure and discipline, right? It's important to follow structure and discipline because you'll get to the point where you can save someone's life even with just fermented corn flour.
Gotcha.
Right, that's one thing. The other thing is that the structure and discipline is needed because if the Odu says it is death, it's death. It may not be the person. I've had those experiences too where people didn't offer a bow. We talked about it, I think, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But there's been numerous other instances where that has happened, where the person can receive the reading and it's not them that is going to die, it's their family member that's going to die, but they don't offer the bow. So so in order to have that type of ashe and things like that, you have to develop it with structure.
It's true.
And discipline.
Yeah. It's
So
just relationship.
Right. So if I'm sending if I'm sending death or sickness or loss or witchcraft to people, right, that's a poor use of energy.
Yeah. I think so.
What was that question? Somebody asked me, I think I told you. I ain't gonna say the person's name. But I said we were having a conversation about who's more powerful.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so who's more powerful, right? The one who saves lives or the one who takes it?
Yeah.
Who's more powerful?
The one who saves a life.
Benny, because he can save anybody. Right? Even the person who tries to kill himself. Right? The person who kills people or sends Ajogun EB is not strong at all. That's easy. That's low vibrational stuff. They don't have the ability to save, or they don't even have the ability to kill everyone. You'll never be able to do it. And they can also cause harm to themselves. So the person who behaves well and uses their energy for good, right? The devil will never overpower God.
Yeah, that's what we were taught in church.
Huh?
That's what we were taught in church.
Okay. So
he was like, huh?
I thought that's what we was talking about in church.
No, that's what we were taught in church.
So
greater is he that is in me than is in the world.
Right, Ashe. So you can never the devil can overcome God. So how do you think somebody working in that energy can overcome the light worker?
Okay. Yeah.
The earth angel.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, Baba. If I'm in trouble and I need help, salvation, or something, I don't know if I need defending. I'll say defending.
No, because so the thing is,
Go.
you can't even say that.
Okay.
You can't even say that.
Why?
That's not even a reasonable story. It's not even it's not gonna be. That's not applicable to you at all.
Okay.
So we offer in advance of the challenges already, and we receive the information.
Okay.
I'm saying.
I got it.
I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
Did I say something wrong?
No. You didn't say that wrong.
All right, cause
I'm just saying.
So if you're
I'm just saying.
If you're gonna ask the question, Ianifa, you need to ask a good question.
It's a good question.
That's not a good question. If it was fifths, we'd be drunk.
As Cooter Brown.
Yeah, and S you would be happy as I don't know what.
Up there.
That's for us.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, okay. I won't even say it.
You understand?
I just leave it alone then.
Ask a feasible question.
It's okay.
Because
I don't even have one now.
Right, because you gonna know. If we gonna know. So you're not gonna be in that situation.
I'm not gonna be in that.
But for those who don't know.
But for those who don't know.
You think they would rather channel the person who doesn't know energy.
Oh my God. Okay, so it's easier. It's more advantageous.
To who?
To
I'm
me.
playing.
To transmute and alchemize that energy and create good for me.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
So what you said in the Bible.
You said alchemize, not Alka-Seltzer.
Not oh my Jesus, great day in the morning. That's
Okay.
Alchemize. You're right. So Alka-Seltzer. It's easier to do that. I believe that there is some scripture behind that, but sometimes things require a different type of energy.
No. So, what if Akamara or Olodumare said that to you? What if your Ori said that to you? Oh, even if I ain't acting right today, I think she needs a different type of energy.
Well, I get it. I get my hands pop, my fingers pop regularly.
Right, but we're talking about extreme.
Oh, okay, no extreme.
Right,
They love
we're talking
me.
about, right. That's saying. So they want you to learn your lessons.
They be sucking their teeth at me though.
Yeah, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
That's my mama told me that's bad manners.
What, to suck your teeth?
Yeah, so,
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
why
I
I
used
can't
to
do
get
it.
popped for it.
Yeah, I got my butt too up.
Yeah.
My brother was laughing.
You probably was the bad. You probably was the bad too.
I was not.
You weren't.
No, I was a good one.
Look,
Listen,
Come on,
that's
son.
what I'm trying to tell y'all.
come on, son.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Kendrick Lavon and Tona Blackie. I'm saying,
You weren't the bad.
I was not. And if you think I was a bad one, what you think my brother was?
Oh my God.
I was a common sense.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't have none. Like, oh, he was born first. He took all the common sense with you.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm trying to hold something for you, Ken. She gave out at 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
I bet she did.
Yeah, because he didn't come till 6 minutes.
Oh, she was tired.
I'm trying to say some of this common sense, but you head, brother.
Yep.
But yeah, so you know, that we have to have it.
Okay. I can't be mean then.
No, so
I'm not mean no way.
so this is the thing, right? Because
Don't be looking at me.
So,
I'm not mean.
not anymore.
I'm not mean.
What month is
anymore.
this?
It is June.
Okay, yeah, since May 3rd, you changed.
I shake.
I'll
Since May
change.
3rd. Yeah, okay. Close.
Just don't push her.
Yeah, don't push me.
Yeah,
Push
I
her.
ain't-
She ain't a killer, but don't push her.
Yeah, I know. I'm the one that I'm good. I'm good until
Benny.
I'm not.
Benny,
You know.
I want you to be always good.
What'd you say?
I'm the mean one.
Yeah, that's the mean
I
one.
already know. You working on it. You working on it.
But I try to. I try to. I don't bother folks.
So even that's discipline too with your emotions.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Because there are times when just because I'm older don't mean I don't want to pop off. And just because, things happen, I try to utilize discipline, right? Even when things are not working in my favor, even when people say
They're
things.
working in your favor.
Well, when things don't seem to be going the way, even if they're still working in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
But, when people are saying things and acting away or, accusations and things are going on, there's a way that I'm choosing. Now, so let me just say this as far as discipline's concerned. So when my kids were little, I was at a small ministry, right? And I taught in my home, Bible study, and I had Sunday service in my home. All right. There was, during my own family Bible study, and I can't remember now the scripture. I think it was where David was talking to his son, or somebody was talking to David. I don't know. But it was in the Proverbs or in the Psalms somewhere. Anyway, the story was that the parent was admonishing the child in how to behave and what is good character. And the parent was saying that for the child to listen to me because I'm going to give you good instruction. And the parent went on to say, don't do this, don't see this, we see that, right? And so I was trying to instruct my children, but they was all over the place, and I could not teach them. It was driving me batty. And what came out of that was, in order for a person to receive instruction, they have to be able to receive the instruction.
Benny.
They have to be able to understand the instruction in order for them to do what they've been instructed to do.
Benny.
And so I called it RUD, R-U-D. So in order for someone to receive information, understand the information, in order to do the information, right? To do the instruction, you have to RUD, R-U-D.
Okay.
Receive, understand, and do.
Okay.
And so in discipline, that's as a teacher and one who shares and teach others, in order for you to get the desired results from a person, the person that you're talking to has to be able to receive the teaching that you're giving them. And then in receiving that, they have to understand it in order for them to be able to give you the thing that you desire.
I shall.
Right. And so that requires discipline.
Ooh.
You see, and people want it right now.
So let's put 2 D's.
DD.
Yeah.
Receive, understand, do, and what?
Discipline.
And discipline.
Do it. Discipline.
Do it with discipline. Now, that works. That works. That works.
Still red.
It still. It works.
Brother.
But you know, and so that requires discipline. It requires discipline from the person that's the teacher, the instructor, or the elder. It requires them to be able to accurately communicate the thing that they need to communicate in order to get the desired results, right? And they have to make sure that the person that they're talking to understand what they're saying, right?
Benny.
And so it requires patience. Here we go again with the instructions, right? With the discipline, it requires patience.
So discipline, patience is a
discipline,
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that means that there is a protocol to patience. There is a process that you have to employ in order to have patience. Grandma used to say, "Don't pray for patience because bad things happen to you in order for you to learn patience." Yeah, but it's like
patience with emotion.
Yeah, you have to be able to, but
being structure requires patience. Being able to
right.
Okay, I'm gonna work on this at this time.
Right.
And this that time.
We got questions, and we got 5-10 minutes.
10 minutes. It's almost 10 minutes to 2.
Oh dang. Okay, 10 minutes to 5.
5. Sorry.
Yeah. So, but even with that, we have to. There's a process. You learn, and I teach some of my students that much of what it is that you're going to learn, if you do it through observation and then documentation. Write down these things. Write them down. You have an experience. Write it down because there is a pattern. And once you recognize the pattern, then you'll know what will come up again because it's a pattern. And then you'll know how to discipline and govern yourself accordingly. You'll know what to expect, what to do, because you have been observant and diligent with keeping tabs in the things that you're supposed to be doing. And so many people lack discipline because they don't pay attention to what's happening. They don't, not only do they not pay attention, they don't even write things down. They don't see the patterns, none of the things that they're supposed to do. So even if you're called or chosen or part of a lineage, there's a protocol process that you got to go through in order to carry the title well. Because there's so many people that have titles but they don't carry the title well, and that's the issue here. So don't be looking at your phone when I'm talking, Bubba.
Oh, I'm listening.
Never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm
try me. I'm listening.
I'm done now. I'm finished. That was my outro. I'm done. So now you got to tell people what you got going on.
You go first.
Okay then, I can go first. So on Mondays, as you guys know, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and Mama Mondays with Bubba.
The Prince of Ashokbo. A Prince of Ashokbo.
A Prince of Ashokbo. And me. Now today, I think that my helper, I don't want to say assistant because that's not what she is. She's a colleague. We're gonna change my bibliomancies from Monday nights to another night, to like Tuesday or Thursday or something, because I wind up having so many things to do on Mondays, especially fooling with you, Baba.
Well, I want to change our time.
It can't be a Tuesday or Thursday. It's during the day. It's during the day.
I want to go in the evening.
You want to go
in the evening on Monday? We got an evening on Monday.
Nothing now.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Well, cause
I'll show you. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know how to bring it up.
what?
Changing our time from 3 till later.
So nobody want to be fooling with you all day now.
What I'm saying, so
It's like from 3 o'clock to like 5, 6, or 7.
Maybe like 6
Hmm.
to 8.
I don't know. What you think, sis? Look at her eyes. Is that better? Is that a better time?
I think so.
You think?
While work and stuff like that.
Eh.
You
That's
pass
a
about
positive.
it.
Yeah.
Like I like the day. Monday's good for me.
Monday's good.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, we can do it another day. What's up? Whichever. You
My
want.
my days, my
Monday's
time is
good.
already full.
Yeah, Mondays.
Comments are in agreement with the later time.
Oh,
Monday.
thank you. See there.
Oh,
you.
Ifatayo.
I will eat for Tayo.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, oops, sorry. Oh boy, I told. Oh boy, I
Do
told.
I do it?
No.
Okay.
No, just
Be in trouble. Not yet.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought. I didn't know.
Someday.
Someday.
Someday. To be able to do it.
See, we came from two different. That was not the song that I was getting ready to sing. You missed it.
Rainbow. That's
No.
someday we'll be together.
See that? See? Yes, we will. Yes, we
why.
will.
You know I'm from Chapel Hill, don't
What that mean?
you? You don't know about Chapel Hill?
No.
Chapel Hill is a liberal
Oh.
college town.
Okay. So you had to, yeah. You ain't got the Motown.
You know, hey, listen, but you know, no, I do, but I don't. So you know, yeah, I'm
Can't
gonna
even
have to,
dance.
yeah, I went to Frank Porter Graham.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, that means you can't dance.
Well, no, that means I probably can dance,
Okay.
and I can do clay and pottery. And I got all types of stuff I can do.
You got skills. Somebody said no.
Early childhood development.
What?
Yeah, that's what
They had that back then.
Yeah, they started in North Carolina.
Wow, that
You didn't
was
know that?
that was like back in with the TV was color. Did they have? Did they have? Did they
Good
have?
one.
Did they
I
have
got two
sound?
tears.
Did they have sound on the back then?
Yeah, no, it was called a picture show. Hey, listen, my schoolmates probably gonna be on this live. so that's crazy too, though. But in North Carolina, you know, in the '70s,
Well, make sure I ain't get no.
yeah.
Okay.
So you good.
Okay.
So in North Carolina in the '70s,
Mhm.
they started this program at Frank Porter Graham in Chapel Hill for early childhood development. So
Okay.
all those head starts and stuff that's going on now,
Came through.
came through us at Frank Porter Graham.
Oh, okay. I was in Head Start.
Yeah,
I was in Head Start.
with Moses.
Woo! But them bunks.
Yeah. Oh no, you was with David.
I was with the Lord.
That's how you knew
This
it was
beginning.
Samuel that came.
You ain't right.
Cause you was over there hanging
I
out.
was there in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
You was. First there was the word.
That's
First-
right, and that was me.
Yeah. The word was God.
Don't even do me.
And the word was with God.
Look.
You like, you was there when a rumor cast eat off of IA.
I was, but that was I was. That's a dream I had.
Listen, I know.
Don't play with me.
So,
See there.
so who came first, IA or who came first, the world, the earth, or the heavens?
Heavens.
No,
Why?
IA was here first.
Well, wasn't you in the heavens? The heavens was in the
It was
heavens.
in the vast, the void.
The void. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not the heavens, that's the void.
Okay, I was in the void,
We was all in the void.
but I was in the void.
But we was all in the void.
Okay, I ain't see y'all there. It was just me.
Yes, cause it was dark.
It was dark as
Yeah,
it was dark as
I'm
heck.
dark skinned, so you couldn't
We ain't
see me.
see. All you
yeah,
have to do is blink.
yeah, you can't blink in the dark now.
Blink, blink.
Can't even see nothing.
I could not see anything in that vision. And you remember I told you the dream? Yeah. Okay.
Portals and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So
Don't
let me
go
get.
in there, Sophia.
Don't
Stay out there, girl.
Don't go. No,
Come back to the light,
Come back
Sophia.
back. Nah.
So you remember that movie?
Yes, Carolyn.
No.
Right.
Sophia, and if I come back to the light.
Anyway, so I'm good.
I'm the light now.
I am. Hallelujah. I'm in the light. Hey. Righty then.
Where are we going to eat after?
I don't know, but I'm hungry. Okay, so let me finish.
Go ahead.
Okay then. Okay. I said. I don't like you today. I don't like you today. Okay. Anyway, so what had happened was, oh, on the I don't know if I said Monday. Okay, so
yeah, start on Monday.
okay, so we may be revamping Mondays, and we may be doing it later because it may benefit to do it later than we're doing it now. Okay, that being said, that Bibliomancy with Mama Sunfire will be shifted to another night. I know we got classes
What night?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I got
well, not that for Bibliomancy.
I don't
You
know
don't know
which
yet.
I don't know. I was thinking about doing Bibliomancy during the day.
So
Because
what's
I'm
up
no
with your
more.
demographic?
Well, at this point, it don't matter. I'm just gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and then let Mama and them, that's spirit source, Mama and them, Dad and them, let them work it out. I'm just gonna be obedient and compliant. I'm gonna do the thing they tell me to do, and then that's all I'm gonna worry about. I let them figure out the logistics.
How about Wednesdays?
No, Lord, no, because I got class every Wednesday through my group, Mama Sunfire's House of Hoodoo Masters. We have a class of the gathering on Wednesdays at 8:30.
Can you tell us that again?
Mama Sunfire's House of Hoodoo Masters.
Ooh,
Don't that sound good?
that sounds fire.
That's a long time. That's a long
That
thing.
sounds fire though.
But we have class. We have class on Wednesday nights on the gathering or discussions about a movie or
Okay.
or a class. And so I can't do it on that. And then we got class on Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday. Oh,
No, you don't worry about a Tuesday class.
yeah, cause I got that. Okay, and then on Friday, which some things keep popping up, but I love my show with Professor J. Conversations with Professor J at 3 p.m. Those are good shows because we bring the topics and we discuss it and talk junk about it, or we give some good information on it. One of the two, but it's a good show, and so
entertaining.
it's very entertaining because
I be stopping through.
yeah, I see you. You be like, hey, but Jay is very knowledgeable. He's very wise, and so I enjoy those sessions at 3 p.m. So see us then.
3 p.m. when?
Fridays, Eastern Standard Time. All of these are Eastern Standard Time. So I'm gonna figure it out. And Sunday. Every Sunday from now until 16 weeks later. So we got 13 weeks of our classes. We got the hoodoo classes on Sundays at 2 p.m. Yeah, the hoodoo master class.
Okay.
So
you got the hoodoo master class
on Sundays.
You got the hoodoo house.
Mama Sunfire's House of Hoodoo Masters.
Okay.
That's a group. That's my group on Facebook.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so
it's monetized. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And so then we got Me and Mama Mondays. Of course, we're gonna keep on Mondays, but so Me and Mama Mondays.
Bibliomancy.
But you
I don't know what
to be decided.
Yeah, to be decided. TBA.
Okay, and TBD.
TBA, to be announced.
Okay, decided is D though.
Yes, TBD.
Yeah.
TBD, TBA. Asheo.
So that's on Wednesday. Mama Sunfire's House of Hoodoo Masters
is every day. I'm in this group.
Okay.
But the class, you talking about the classes on Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m.
Asheo, and then Friday you got
3 o'clock with Professor J.
Okay, and what's that called again?
Conversations with Mama Sunfire and Professor J. Professor J. Mama Sun.
Asheo.
And Mama Sun.
Asheo.
So now
Sundays at 2 is what?
Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the class.
Okay.
That's the 16-week course.
We got 13 more weeks left.
13 more weeks left.
Asheo.
We just did our terminology yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, we went through exhaustive terminology. People understand it.
It's important though, like I told you, there was a guy in the hoodoo group this morning that was asking about what's advice to give, what's useful advice when doing rituals. And prayer is the first one. Yeah. You know, 'cause I know people with the right prayers and the right relationship that can wear you out with an egg and a candle.
Listen, look at you over there. Yeah. Listen, I will get Big Mama with the big elbows from down by the Riverside Missionary Baptist Church Pentecostal Charismatic flavor to pray for me before I get some people who got an egg and a candle. I mean, because the prayers, we talk about the power of the prayers. Yeah, the power of the tongue. Yeah. Yeah.
I shall.
So that's all I got.
So for me, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you can join us via Zoom, or you can come in studio. We have classes from 8 to 10, so Eastern Standard Time. We have Baba Ifa, and then Omawo study group, where we learn, how to pray with Ifa, how to understand the Odu, even little things that we can do with the relevant or current Odu Ifa, what our current energy is, and those types of things. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 10. Saturdays we have temple.
Get that. You see that thing right there? That candy dish right there?
This one?
Yeah.
Oop.
Look at that.
Knock it over. What you saying? And in there.
It's some candy in there.
No, it's not.
It's a little piece.
You don't want me to bring out some rappers.
We got
Rappers. Oop.
Uh-oh.
It's got rappers in there.
Thank you.
So-
I was sitting next to you and I thought maybe my mouth was on fire.
No. So Saturdays from 12 to 2 we have temple, again via Zoom. Via Zoom. You can shop with us on Etsy at Iwa-Pele Botanica. Join our temple page on YouTube at Iwa-Pele Temple. You can follow my personal page on YouTube. Ifa Bileke. We're streaming right now. You can follow me anywhere, right? If you got any kind of Ifa questions or Orisha questions, please feel free. Like I said, it's not about just coming from a reputable lineage, but it's also kind of like upholding a standard.
Yeah.
So, discipline. And so, we're going to always be honest, but you have to understand that follow your observances because it's for you. A lot of people think that they can do what they want after receiving the information. And so, like, it's crazy, right? Because between receiving the information, you could have ate chicken last night. If I tell you don't eat chicken today, it's going to make you sick.
Yeah.
It's just that powerful.
Yeah.
Or corn, or whatever it is. Don't do this, don't do that. Don't get needles in your arm. Don't get tattoos. Don't do all these things. Don't be looking at me like that.
I'm not looking at you like in no way.
So what I'm saying, but some Odus would call for that, and
Right.
people feel like they have a particular emergency. So whatever it is, right, we need to consult with E5 before we make steps.
True.
But,
Well,
people will blame us for not following the rules.
Yep.
Again, lack of accountability and structure.
Oh, Baba,
Yes.
talk about your cup. Where you get your cup from?
Man,
Merch.
we
got merch.
Right, I need to get my other ones made. I've been slipping. So, can con cup.
Can con cup. Cup con can.
How about
Cup.
English? Listen.
Cup con cup with K's.
Okay.
Cup con cup. Right?
Cup, con, ka.
Oh, cup
Cup.
con. Cup ka.
It's Thai.
Yeah.
Cup con
Ka.
ka.
That's soul. The ka.
K-U-P. Second word is K-A-H-N. Last word is ka. K-A.
Yeah, like the soul.
Yeah, the ka.
The cups with soul.
Ka with the ba.
Please like, follow, subscribe to her.
Please like, follow, and subscribe. She's the one who makes all of our wonderful
Boom
merch.
shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka tia.
It's called.
I have t-shirts too, and I have tote bags too, and I have coffee cups too. And Baba got the same thing.
I got cups. I got t-shirts. We're gonna have our Ilya Digbe, Ilya shirts coming out pretty soon.
Not Baba's better than your Baba.
Crocs.
Crocs.
Hey.
You gonna do Crocs? What?
Man,
I missed that.
Oh yeah, cause I can tell you.
Golly.
We're gonna have Ilya Crocs.
Ew, Crocs.
But
But they're gonna be brown Crocs, or black Crocs.
It'll be white.
White.
Crocs. With the, you get your name on the bag. Things like that. So, again, like we have Mojo bags. We do readings, Ebo, initiation, And the learning, right? It's important. So to develop that discipline and structure in order to have the desired effect from your offering.
I'll say.
I say.
Fine. We gotta go. I'm eating this candy because I thought maybe my breath was on fire.
It was, but I won't say.
Oh my God, from Zion. I felt like it was hot.
No, it wasn't.
But we appreciate you guys being here with us.
Ire Pupo to everyone.
Yes.
Ire Ku, Ire Ajay, Ire Owo, Ire Oma, Ire Aya Oko, Ire Ishegun, Ire Alafia, Ire Pupo. Shout out to the Latona lineage.
Ashe.
Mama.
Ashe.
Oshun.
Ashe.
Toda Day.
Ashe.
All my
Ashe.
brothers and sisters.
Ashe.
Peace and blessings. Bye bye.
Dabo.
Oh, Dabo. No, Dabo Jack. Remember that? Oh, he's still smiling.
Yeah.
It's still recording.
Up in the top right hand corner.
Up in the top right hand corner.
This should be an X.